with the Fanatec 2.5x formula wheel, whereas mid-race the gear shifters, buttons and display suddenly freeze, but it still allows you to steer, and the pedals still work. So to me the issue doesn't seem to be the wheel, it seems to be how the wheel connects to the wheelbase. So it connects via this shaft, and then there's a securing ring. I've tightened the securing ring to 50 Newton meters, and that's not made any difference. I've upgraded the firmware, the drivers, software, and I've tried various different fixes suggested on the forums online. I've not had any response from my ticket I raised with Fanatec, so I've had to figure it out for myself. Now I upgraded the shaft and the quick release to the QR2 versions. Now these aren't the Fanatec ones, these are by a company called Simub, and they're available from AliExpress. They take about 2 weeks to arrive from ordering, and the total cost is approximately £80. Okay, let's see what we get in the box. So this is a new shaft. That's the new shaft. The securing ring, a couple of screws and an Allen key. This is the new quick release. Let's just see if there's anything on the back. Also some instructions. That's the new quick release, and a bag with some bolts, a spacer and some tools. Keep that there for reference. Okay, so let's just move everything to one side. So let's replace the quick release system first. So we're going to need an Allen key to get off them hex bolts. Now these might be a bit tight because they are secured in with locking compound. Make sure you keep these because you're going to have to use them to fit the new quick release. Make sure you take this off carefully. Let's put it to one side. So we're going to need the next size down. Now you may notice one of the pins on there is slightly lower than the other. That's absolutely normal, so I don't think it's a broken pin. And according to the instructions, you don't need that metal ring on there, so put that to one side. But you do need to use this new plastic one. Now these looks like they are a Torx bit, which you use this little screwdriver which you get in the pack. Just doing finger tight for now until they're all in. and just tighten them up a little bit. Okay, let's see what's in here. So this is a new quick release, feels well built, it's fully made of metal. I think it goes, I don't think there's a correct way. Yeah, there's a correct way and it's keyed. Just put all these in finger tight for now. Give these another quarter of a turn just to make sure they're tight. You don't need to over tighten them. And that's the quick release fitted to the steering wheel. Okay, next up is to fit the new shaft. So firstly we need to remove the old one. Now I've already loosened off this bolt because it was originally torqued up to 15 Newton meters, which is quite tight. Once you've unloosened the spacer, you can just pull this out. Now if you've already removed the shaft and you're not sure if the wheel's facing upwards, if you just turn the wheel on, it'll do its calibration and make sure the wheel's the correct way round, and then you can just turn it off. Okay, next we need to install the locking clamp. Now this comes in two pieces. One hole on each side is threaded. This is for where the bolt goes into. I recommend you do one of these finger tight, and then you just slide it onto the shaft. Use the Allen key to tighten it a bit further. You don't need to do it too tight just yet because you're going to be nipping it up later. Now the new QR2 shaft has the Sumu logo at the top. That should always be pointing to the top. And then when you slide it in, just make sure the grooves at the side line up and just push it in, and then you'll feel a little click when the USB connects. Now when you tighten up this clamp, you need to make sure that these two gaps are in line with the two gaps in the base. Now that locking clamp has to be right up to where the end of the shaft is. It needs to be about a 1 or 2 mil gap. Once you've got it tightened enough, I recommend using a torque wrench to tighten it to 8 Newton meters. You want to do it even on each side. You'll hear it click when it gets to 8. That means it's at 8 Newton meters. Now that's secure, let's turn on the wheel so it resets. And then you line up your wheel to the base and push it, and it gives it a nice satisfying click. And that's how you solve the problem of your wheel freezing and replacing the shaft and quick release with the QR2 versions. Thanks for watching.